Mr. and Mrs. Parks, thank you for everything. When I auditioned for the first time, I wasn't able to stay the entire day, so I missed the last half of the choreo day. You didn't have to let me audition, and you definitely didn't have to let me be in the group, but you did. You gave me the opportunity to grow as a performer, and you fostered my love of music.
Show Cards always came to Ann Weigel to perform, and looking up to them, I knew I wanted to be like them, even in elementary school.
You gave me the opportunity to lead this group and to serve this group, and that is something I will always be thankful for.
Even though you won't be here next year, me and all the other leaders have taken so much away from you, from what you've taught us, and will continue to be dedicated as you've taught us to be.
You've taught us to be uncommon, and to take pride in everything that we do, both in the group and outside of the group. You've taught us more than just music. You've taught us how to be respectful and how to be respected by others.
You taught us that it takes more than singing and dancing to be a show card. You've provided us with a safe place and a family to lean on when we needed it. Once a show card, always a show card.
And actually, someone else from our family would like to say something. So 1 second.
Oh my God. My speech is entitled Thank You. Although this sounds cliche, it is far from that. After being in show cards for 4 years and now graduating from college, I have so much to be thankful for, and much of it relates back to Mr. and Mrs. Parks. In all my 4 years as a show card, I may not have learned how to be a good public speaker, but there are so many things that I did learn that have made me who I am today. So thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Parks. Thank you for the number of countless hours spent with us behind the scenes preparing a show that not only captured the hearts of your students, parents, and audiences, but a show that would continue the show card legacy. Thank you for never making us dress up like bald grandma and grandpas on stage or doing outrageous numbers. Thank you for teaching us young men and women how to carry ourselves with class. Thank you for creating a family for many of us who have broken ones at home. Thank you for providing structure and discipline that was followed up with love and care. Thank you for sharing your love and passion for music with us. Thank you for inspiring us to learn who we are and be comfortable in our own shoes, even if they are heels that are hard to dance in. Thank you for sacrificing your time with your family, friends, church, and each other to be a part of something even bigger than yourselves, than ourselves. I remember the struggles with Mrs. Parks' parents during one of my seasons, and how she sacrificed so much time and emotion to make sure that both of her families were taken care of, and how Mr. Parks had to sacrifice time and emotion to get us through our season. Thank you for creating a group where we have found some of our very best friends who we will share the rest of our lives with. Thank you for teaching us how to work as a team, not only on stage, but in our daily lives. Thank you for making us believe in ourselves when no one else did. Thank you for letting us cry in your office when the world seemed to be ending. Thank you for keeping us in line and for making us answer for our actions, good and bad. There are a million more things to mention that we are thankful for, but we would be here past the day. To sum it up, thank you for everything you have done. I know I speak for all show cards when I say that we would not be who we are and where we are without mentioning the both of you. The other day I was in orientation at Children's and they said you are going to be a part of something bigger than you. And I said you can't say that unless you're Mr. Parks. But the truth is, the lessons that were taught in this group were so much bigger than just the show and so much bigger than the group. They are lessons we will cherish and remember forever. Now go and enjoy yourselves and the many things you sacrificed for us because you deserve it. Love your show cards. Thank you. You're welcome.
I'm glad you came
I
back.
am too. You're welcome.
Okay, in and out. That's what you think.
Hi guys! As you all know, I'm nowhere near as organized as Maria, so I didn't type a thing. I'm gonna speak from the heart. And I said I would quote the Bible, but I didn't look at my verses this morning. I don't think there's enough time to discuss the impact the three of you have had on so many lives. When you look at just the size of this group, and you go back over so many years, it's been so amazing. I know that I wouldn't be where I am in my life without you all, because I'm the only one who never really gave up show choir. You all gave me a love for music that I don't think I would have gotten anywhere else. You helped my family to see my love for music. You gave me a new family that constantly grows, and that I love getting to see. You gave me something that so many people don't get from high school, and that is the fact that I always have something to return to. Kylie and I at South Dearborn this year, we were like, who cares who wins as long as it's us in the top two, because although I'm somewhere else, this is always my family, and I think that once a show card, always a show card rings so true to me. So my students know not to ask me when we're competing, like, who do you want to win? Because I can't answer that. You all have blessed so many people over the years, and not just through music. I don't know if you know how many lives you've affected. I think it's just amazing to think of the families that have started from here, like literal families. Like, let's go back to Ben and Christine. It's so, like I said, there's no time to discuss all of the people that you've affected, but I think that we all feel something special when we come in this room, because it is a place that's home. I still have never understood why there's a ramp in here. I've never quite understood that concept, but it's amazing to see what a group of dedicated people under dedicated leaders can do in this small room with this crazy ramp on a stage with no wings, and go out every week and give their full heart and really show what this school is about. I think that when people want to know what Corrine means, this is the truest amalgamation. There's so many different types of people who probably would never really come into contact with each other. Like, I think of just a few weeks ago, I ran into Torrance Toll, and we ran to each other and hugged. If it weren't for this room, like, I don't know that Torrance and I would have ever interacted. Like, you taught me so much about how to just be a good person, how to grow up. I always tell people, because my father was living in Kentucky when I got to high school, Mr. Parks taught me how to tie a tie. So every time I tie a tie, I think of the fourth riser. This is the third one over. That's where I learned how to tie a tie. And for so many young men, like, that's a big moment. And I shared that in this room with this man, and that is so beautiful to me. I thank you for everything that you've done for me, everything that you've done for all those who came before me, and all those who came after me, and all that you will keep doing. Whether in this building or another, I think that your presence will always be felt. You all are such an amazing part of the culture of this school. I think that everyone knows who you are. Even if they've had you or not, they know and they respect your program. And I think that the show choir community as a whole knows who you are and respects you for what you've done over the years. And it's so amazing when I think of the resources that this school has compared to so many other schools. And then you go in there and you kick their butts. And it's amazing. But I'm not the only one who feels this way. There are so many other people who love you, and some of them are here.
Oh my.
Are we getting
When God gives you something, you must hold it in an open hand.
Otherwise, if he decides to remove it, then he will have to pry your fingers open. But once you set it free, it's just the beginning.
Just the overture, just the beginning.
where to begin. Like, you have an exam.
Do they really?
No, I think that was pretty good. I think I can grade that. You have it on tape that I said that. Thank you all that made tremendous effort to be here today, that you didn't have to be here. Thank you for everything. And Mitchell, I thought I saw you walking in earlier. Why would you be here?
Blowing our cover, Mitchell.
So my question is, when did you rehearse this?
After school,
Yes, Tatum's garage.
You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. This has been really difficult. I was thinking when I got in the car this morning, when I started school in August, I never would have anticipated all of the great and wonderful things that happened this year, and all of the other things that are going to be great and wonderful. And you all are such a blessing, and you will always be a blessing. And once a show card, always a show card.
Thank you to those of you who came back, our graduated show cards. Some just barely graduated, some been gone for a while. Thank you for coming back and speaking. I feel so humbled by your presence. I don't know, the first thing I think of is, gee, how can I say goodbye to these people? And we're not really saying goodbye. We'll be here for you. I don't know, for those of you who are still in high school, I don't know what Seventh Bell looks like next year exactly, but I will be here, and I think it's going to have something to do with you. I think there's still some twists and turns that the district's trying to add there, but I look forward to working with you then, and as always, making you the best you can be, which is quite fearsome. I think you proved this year, when you're at your best, nobody's better. Nobody does it better than you. And so I look forward to working with you again and achieving that, watching you grow and go out. I have a feeling that some of you were, maybe all of you, were pretty heavily involved in the planning stages for this. It's pretty organized. You got Matt back, and you got a lot of the graduated folks back, and so thank you for what you must have gone through to organize today. And you obviously learned a song, and so thank you for that as well. I appreciate that the lessons we've tried to instill in you have taken root and are serving you well beyond your high school years, into college and into your professional life beyond that and things. So it's just good to see those of our graduated folks come back and know that they're succeeding in their chosen endeavors, and hopefully some of the life lessons they learned here can help with that. I'm just so proud of each and every one of you. I just feel so humbled by your response and the fact that you came back. You came back, and you didn't forget us, and you're here. It's just really all the way from New York. I see Ryan back there. It's a pretty long way to come back. I'm just so thrilled that you're back. Thank you for this. Thank you for the day.
Just final word. It is just the beginning. It's the beginning for us, and it's the beginning for all of you. It's a new chapter. It's a new beginning, and it's awesome when you have a new beginning and a clean slate, and no baggage attached to it. And you can just keep going forward and making it what you want it to be. So I'm so proud of you. You really are my kids. You're my children, and I love you all so much.
We do feel that way. Watching you grow and graduate and succeed in your life path, we feel the same kind of pride that a parent would. And hearing from you, we've been hearing from a lot of show cards who have graduated and have contacted us. And you don't just turn all this off. After so many years, your mind is attuned to it year-round. And I was just thinking the other day, oh gee, I remember I need to contact Jason about camp coming up in August. And then I thought twice. The other day I heard a song, I don't remember if it was on television or radio, and I said to her, that's a great guy's number. And then it dawned on me, well, nobody cares anymore. They'll get their own guy
Still
number.
requesting
you
our
know.
show ideas for other groups. Just pointing that out.
Yeah, you can always text those to me. Because I'm always open.
Oh.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. I don't even remember what it was. I just remember telling her I would really like that for a guy's song. After all these years, you know, of planning, and you're always on the lookout and knowing what your kids are capable of and what would work with them and what would fit them and how could you present them in the best light. And things just strike us in that way. So I look forward to working with you in 7th Bell. I look forward to seeing you in performance. We're going to be your biggest cheerleaders. We'll be out in the stands, out in the seats, I guess. I kind of miss that last second backstage, you know what I mean? Stage right, go. Stage left, go. Band, get in place. I'll miss those last minute things that we used to do together. And but I'll enjoy watching you do it. I know you'll carry on and do it in a great way. Thank you doesn't seem adequate, but that's all I have right now. I'm just so overwhelmed by what you've done. And I never really understood why Kylie wanted me to get up early and come in. Now I do.
And I want you guys to know, when they asked me, Tatum asked me if I would be able to be a part of this, and it would be really easy to look at this and say, well, you guys, being the directors, weren't involved with any of this, so me would take over that spot. I want you to know that I played the same role with them that I played with Show Cards. What do you need? What can I do? It was them completely. So, learning the parts, the harmonies, the dynamics, all of the stuff, the technicalities that you have taught them, they put together themselves, and I was just a resource.
Wow, I'm still sitting here going, when did all of this happen? How can they communicate like this? Wow, great social media skills.